So here's a little video for you on how to use the amortization table function on your TI Nspire calculator. So this comes out of the TI reference guide, and it's got the actual formula itself, the way the TI uses it, and there's lots of stuff on this page that I'm going to go through really slowly. Okay, first thing that I'm going to show you though is where you can find the function on your calculator. So if you've got your calculator and you go menu, finance, amortization, amortization table, it gives you this little string here that says amort table, and it doesn't tell you anything else after that, which is annoying because it would be nice if it had a wizard where you could put numbers in. That's why we need the reference guide. So the calculator is expecting a series of inputs that read up the top here in the top left corner. Okay, so these are the inputs that it's expecting. It's expecting NPMT, NIPV, PMT, FE, PPY, CPY, payment at, and round value. Very similar to what you would put into your finance solver. And then it describes what each of these are. So the first one, NPMT, is the number of payments to be included in the table. So this example you see here on the right, we've got 12 as that first one. So there's 12 rows included in the table. Row 0 is always included for free. So that first number you're putting in tells the calculator how many rows that you want. After that, the NIPV, PMT, FE, and PPY, CPY can be used like a regular finance solver. So if you didn't know the payment, you could leave like the payment spot blank, and then you could put 0 for FE, whatever it is that you want. Normally what you'll see in your assessments is that the payment is already given to you and you don't really need to worry about the future value. So N is the number of payments in the whole loan. Now, for many cases, that can be the same as NPMT. Doesn't really matter if you know the payment value. I is the interest rate. We keep that. We always need that. PV is the present value. And again, you've got to keep the same standards as you would for your finance solver. So positive money is money coming towards me. Negative money is money going into the bank. Payment, again, positive and negative. You'll notice that in the syntax up here, it's got square brackets, which means some of these are optional. So like in this example over here, they've got NPMT, NIPV, and then they've left blank payment and F value, future value. That's because they're letting the CAS actually calculate the payments on their behalf. Normally, we're going to give you payment. And then PPY 12, CPY 12, and the stuff at the end, payment at and round value, we never touch that in further math, so you can ignore those. Okay. The way to read this table when it comes out over here is down the first column is the number of payments. So payment 0, payment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. The second column is the interest charge in that particular payment period. You'll notice that the interest is going down in this example. That's because more of the loan is being paid off, and as you pay off more of the loan, less interest is charged. The next column is actually principal reduction. That's how much of your payment goes towards paying down the loan itself. You'll notice that's increasing because as time goes on, more of the payment is paying off the loan. And the last one is the balance of the loan. Only $5,000, $4,935.43, and down it goes. Okay, so let's do an example. Okay, I'm going to put my CAS up and I'm going to put up another example here. Annie borrows $5,000 from her bank and will repay it as a reducing balance loan at an interest rate of 6% per annum compounding monthly. She'll make regular payments of $150 to her bank each month to repay the loan. Part of her loan is shown below in the amortization table, and they leave you typically these blank squares that you're supposed to fill in. So I'm going to use amort table. So I need to know the number of payments I want. I need to know N, the total number of payments, I, PV, the payment, which we know, future value, PPY, and CPY. Because the table has 4 rows, I'm going to make NPMT 4. So that's how many rows I want. N, the whole loan goes for an unspecified amount of time. We actually don't know how long it's going to go for. But because we know the payment, we can just make N the same as NPMT. So I'll make that 4. Interest rate is 6 from 6% per annum compounding monthly. PV is going to be $5,000 because she received $5,000 from the bank. The payment is going to be, importantly, negative $150. Okay, negative because it's going to the bank. FV I don't really care about because we don't want to know. We're just going to find the first few rows. PPY is going to be 12 and CPY is also going to be 12. So then I go over to my CAS. And I go menu, finance, amortization, table. Number of payments, 4. 4 again, because we're not calculating the payment value, we're not calculating the future value, we already know that stuff. Interest rate, 6. Present value, 5,000. Payment, negative 150. Leave a blank for the future value because we don't care. 12 payments per year, 12 compounds per year. You leave a blank by putting 2 consecutive commas in a row. And then you press enter. And you can see here on my table, I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 25, so $25. So there's my interest, $25. It doesn't list a payment. It's got principal reduction, $125. So that should go in there. And 4875 goes in there. If you've been given a partial table, it's easy to check if you've done it right because the numbers should be matching up for you. And then you can read all the spots that you need. So I need the interest for payment 2. So payment 2's interest is here. I need the principal reduction for payment 1. So that's there. And I need the balance for payment 3. So that's there. And there's all my numbers. Hope that was helpful to you.